Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. And those of you that popped us a comment yesterday letting us know where you're from, thank you so much. Really gives a perspective onto our global audience. And if you haven't done it, by all means, drop a comment in the comments below and let us know where you're from. Very interesting to see. Anyway, so we had I think it was 1,500 point move, so 5% gain or 5.4% run based on vaccine news. Okay, and then immediately started selling off, and we're continuing the sell off at the moment. This level that we're at the moment is critical. So that I gave you 3 levels yesterday, and this is one of them. The other one is the previous high there. Okay, so I think the important thing to understand is we have created a new all-time high. Okay, been a bit of a sell-off off the top there, which is to be expected. It's probably very overbought at the moment. So what we're looking for is pullbacks, and could be deep pullbacks as well. I just want to add this weekly level in here. You can see those two tails there, pretty strong line in the sand there, and we've also got a gap. Okay, so let's just get down to the levels that we're looking for right now. So 3 hour, we had a gap up, strong move to the upside, rejection, try to push it again, and then continuation to the downside. So at this stage, this does look like a little bit of a pullback, but looking at the S&P, it may be a little bit worse than that. Okay, probably a lot deeper pullback than what we're looking at the moment. I am looking to buy, but I'm looking to buy closer to moving average on the 3 hour here. So we're getting into an area which would interest me, and I'm just going to leave these 3 levels here because they are going to be important. Okay, then there's more than likely one more we need to add, which is this area here. You can see the rejections here. Found support there, rejections, and also the gap. Okay, so we can just pull that onto there. Okay, and then the last thing that we want to do is, okay, I'm going to line up this trend here. Okay, you can see we don't really have much on it. Let me just get it. It's not an exact science, but anyway, you can see there's our first touch. There's another touch on it. We rejected it there. There's quite a few candles that rejected that trend line here. So that is our upward trend line. It does coincide with this area that we're at now, which is 28,933. Okay, so I am expecting a bit of a pullback, and then we're looking for an opportunity to buy into this. This gap here does worry me, so I'd prefer to see that gap closed. And if you look at what's forming at the moment on the hour, okay, you have a bit of a wedge coming up onto a trend line. Okay, so I would be very interested to see what's going to transpire here. 28,933. There is another area further down, which is obviously the gap, which is 28,496, which I would feel a lot more comfortable with. But that does break a trend line as well, so that would be a different picture for me anyway. So what I'm looking for is this area here, and then possibly this little area here at 28,746. So what I'm looking for is some positive price action, more bullish price action at one of these 2 levels here, and that should give me the opportunity to get in. I'm going to get that off the 15 minute. Okay, you can see we're coming up to this area here, and then we've also got this level here. But guys, whenever you see this kind of big move in one bar like this, after consolidating like that for most of the day, then all of a sudden news comes out, and now we've retraced all of that. Well, pretty much nearly all of it. Okay, anyway, so these are the 2 areas I'm watching for. Well, there's 3 areas we're watching for. This is the first one, 28,933. See what happens here. Second one is going to be down here at 28,746. Bear in mind, if you do get here, we're starting to break the trend line. Then, and in actual fact, if we get there, I would expect a sort of a move up, and then another continuation to the downside. So we can take that off. Okay, and let's just delete that as well, so we try to keep it cleaner. And then if that goes, then what we're looking for is 28496, and then ultimately the gap close down the bottom here. Okay, so that's kind of my view on Dow Jones. You're driven by political noise at the moment. This vaccine news was short-lived, and it's already retraced most of it. So you're looking for structure, and the structure I can see is further down, and I would really prefer to see this gap closed. That's the reality of this at the moment. Okay, so I am waiting for that pullback. And look at this on the 8 hour. You can see there's lots of opportunities to the downside, and we've got all the levels drawn in. Very noisy, but those are the levels. Get your levels drawn in like this, and you'll be able to see what's going on. Okay, so as soon as we've got some bullish price action off one of those levels, then I would be looking to move back up to the upside and possibly another all-time high. Anyway, that's it for me today on Dow Jones. Hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.